The Pass, which is this really interesting 3-act film. Stars Russell Tovey and Lorenzi Kenny, and it's a homoerotic drama about 2 football players and 3 intimate episodes in their life. The first is set in a hotel room on the eve of a big match, from which only one of them will be selected pretty much to have a future in the team that they're in. There is joshing and rivalry, but there is also something more. There is an unspoken frisson, which becomes clearer as the 2 sort of wrestle with each other. We then move forward several years to an encounter between one of the 2 footballers and an exotic dancer in a hotel room who is clearly setting him up as part of a newspaper sting. And then we go ahead another few years to another hotel room encounter between the 2 central players, which they kind of revisit and re-examine the past. Now, the film's written by John Donnelly and it has its roots in a stage play. And it is true that it does seem, I mean, you can tell from watching it that it is rooted in the theatre. However, that said, I think that the director, Ben A. Williams, does a brilliant job of making cinematic the spectacle of 2 people basically talking in a room. It's very, very difficult to film people talking in rooms. It's really, really hard. It's one of the things that I think a director like Roger Michell manages to do brilliantly. In the case of this, we have terrific performances from those 2 lead players. There is a tangible tension between them, a real crackle. The script is wordy, but their performances are deeply physical, and you almost feel like they're trying to burst out of their bodies with the things that they're not saying, and yet which they are saying. The story is being told by their gestures, by their body language, by their physicality, rather than just this very, very wordy, very sort of verbal script. So it's passionate and sinewy, and it's a little bit heartbreaking, and it's about people wrestling with themselves and with their relationships. I mean, quite literally and also metaphorically. And I thought it was really good, and it's called The Pass.